15 says the quality and intensity of a note respectively depends on what? What does quality depend on? Quality depends on what? What does quality depends on? What is another name for quality? God of mercy. What is another name for quality of a note? It's timbre. It is what? Timbre. How do you pronounce this guy? Timbre. You pronounce that timbre. This is timbre. Okay, it is called quality or timbre. Now, when we say quality or timbre, listen and listen carefully. Quality or timbre is how we'll differentiate. It is how we differentiate similar notes played by different instruments. It is how we differentiate similar notes played by different instruments. For example, if everybody was outside and somebody goes to beat the drum, just by hearing the sound coming, will you be able to tell that this sound is coming from the drum? If somebody is playing the keyboard, will you be able to tell that this is the notes from a keyboard? If I play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do on the keyboard and also play it on a guitar, will you be able to tell the difference without seeing? So you are able to tell the difference because of a property known as quality or what? Timbre. Quality or timbre, which is a property or a characteristics of sound, depends on overtones and harmonics. Depends on what, class? Depends on overtones and harmonics. It depends on overtones and harmonics. Now, kedifebu overtones, kedifebu harmonics. Now, let me give you this example. Imagine I ask you to go home now. If I ask you to go home, you see that to so many people it will take them like 30 minutes. Some persons it will take them 1 hour. Some persons it will take them 2 hours and all that. Now, but if I ask you to go home in your mind, even before I finish that statement, you're already at home. Right? You are not at home. What is blocking you from reaching house in your mind right now? Okay? Now, if you are in your house, enter the kitchen. Have you entered the kitchen? Open the pot of stew. Have you opened it? Or you collect meat? Collect meat. Have you collected meat? Now, as you are trying to cover the pot, let the cover of the pot fall on the ground. Good. Now, what sound did you observe from the cover of the pot? Bang, something like that. Now, right? Now, that's bang is what we call harmonics. The kind of harmonics. That is that entire sound you heard when that pot of the cover of the pot fell. That is what you call harmonics. Bang. Okay? Now, then what are overtones? Overtones are the ang. So, ang is overtones. Then, bang is what? Harmonics. So, harmonics is a combination of the fundamental. Fundamental is that initial sound you hear, the bang, that is due to the pots falling down. That bang is the fundamental. Then the ang are the what? Overtones. Then the bang are the what? Harmonics. Okay? So somebody says, what are overtones? What will you say? It's not waka. That's not what I said. Somebody says, what are overtones? What will you say? Ang. It is ang. What are harmonics? Bang. Yes. Okay? Now, the same effect is experienced when you pluck the string of a guitar. You know, if I pluck a guitar, I will not just hear dum. I will hear dum. That's what makes the sound sweeter. You know? So when they want to start worshiping now, the person playing the bass will just, dum, and you will enter spirit immediately. And the person that is leading the song will now be like, worship him, just worship him, Okay? That's what makes sound interesting. Okay? Now, but technically, you say that overtones are the multiples of the fundamental. Overtones are what? Multiples of the fundamental. Then, harmonics are the combination of the fundamental and the overtones. That is what harmonics is. Now, apart from quality, pay attention now. Apart from quality or timbre, there are other characteristics of sound. In fact, there are 3 characteristics of sound. In a different year, you might see a different question. There are 3 characteristics of sound. We have talked about one already. Quality or timbre. The second one is loudness. Is getting now. And the last one is pitch. So there are 3 in number. 1, 2, 3. Quality or timbre, loudness, or sometimes it is called intensity. Loudness or intensity. Okay? Loudness or intensity. And then pitch. Now, when you talk about loudness or intensity depends on amplitude. Okay? Depends on what? Depends on the amplitude of the notes. Depends on the amplitude of the notes. Then pitch depends on frequency. Pitch depends on getting frequency. Maria Keta. So class, without looking at the board, I have blocked it. Yes. If I ask you, pitch depends on getting loudness. What about timbre? Overtones and what? What about loudness? What about loudness? What about intensity? What about quality? What about pitch? Okay. That is good. Oh yeah, what is the answer to that questions? They said quality and intensity. Now, quality depends on overtones, Abi. Intensity depends on what? Amplitude. So answer is D. The person answered correctly. Okay? Oh yeah, next question.